In today's video, we're answering the question, can you hire a lawyer for your criminal case, but only for a trial? This is a question that we get actually fairly frequently. What ends up happening is somebody will be charged with a crime and they'll recognize that they need legal help, but they're going to want to go to court once or twice or a few times in order to see if they can resolve it on their own. Then when they realize they can't, and sometimes it's very late in the case, so meaning the case will have gone on for a number of months, sometimes longer than that, and they'll get real close to a trial. Judges don't let cases go on and on and on forever. And so when the case is getting close to a trial, then the person who's been charged with that crime will think, oh shoot, I need to get an attorney to come help me with that case. Oftentimes, if it's a more serious charge, they will already be appointed a public defender, but by the time they get to trial, they may think that they need to make a change. They need to bring somebody else on board and help them on their legal team. So then they'll call us and they'll say, can I hire a lawyer, but only for my trial? And the technical answer is yes, you can hire an attorney really at any time, but the legal answer is it's probably not a good idea to do that, at least from our perspective, because here's why. When you're getting real close to a trial and you want to bring in an attorney to hop on that case at that time, the attorney who's coming in is going to have to avow to the court and tell the judge that we are ready to proceed on trial. It's a part of the rules of criminal procedure that we have in Arizona. You have to come in and tell the judge that you're prepared. In other words, you can't come in and say, yes, judge, I'm going to represent this person. Even though the trial's been scheduled, I'm going to need a bunch of continuances and a lot more time in order to actually do my work. In order for the judge to allow you to come in on that case, the judge can ask you as a lawyer, are you prepared? Can you make an avowal that you're prepared and ready to go on this trial? So if an attorney is saying yes, then that attorney is kind of hamstringing themselves, meaning that the attorney is really, truly, probably not prepared to do that. There are certain situations where you can do that, or where the attorney can competently and ethically hop on that case. But by and large, let's just think about it. If somebody else was working on the case from the very beginning, if an attorney took a criminal case from day one and was working it up properly, meaning they were doing their interviews, they were requesting discovery, they were testing, retesting, they hired a private investigator, they were bringing in on expert witnesses, and they're prepared, they've done all that work for months and months and months, they're prepared to go for trial. Now we take that same case and we just bring an attorney in at the very last minute and want them to hop on the case and do as good of a job. It's just really not likely that they're going to be able to do that. That's why criminal cases take so long. That's why we encourage people to hire an attorney as soon as humanly possible. Sometimes right on the side of the road while the whole situation is unfolding. Those are the best times to get an attorney on the case. So technically, yeah, you can hire an attorney only for trial, but you're really hurting your attorney, you're hurting your own case, your own defense, by waiting so long to bring an attorney on your case. So while the technical answer is yes, while the legal answer is yes, you can hire an attorney only for a trial, the practical answer is it's not a good idea. It's not good. You want to bring an attorney on board as soon as possible, as early on in your case. Now, if you're watching this video because you're asking this question and you're thinking, oh, I'm out of options, I need to go bring somebody on my case and hire somebody immediately, you still can hire an attorney. You have to give an attorney a call and see what their caseload is, what their volume is, whether they can carve out time to get up to speed as quickly as possible. In some situations, you may be paying a premium for that, but if you find an attorney who knows what they're doing in this case or in your type of case, or has had a lot of experience out of that particular court or with those prosecutors, they may be able to get up to speed very, very quickly. It's just going to depend on the facts of your case. So keep this in mind. You can hire an attorney just for trial. It's typically not a good idea to do that, but if you're in a bind, give our office a call. We'll review the facts of your case. We'll tell you how things are working in our office. At the time you call, make sure that we can carve out some time to give you the attention that you need. It's a free case evaluation. If we can't hop on your case, if we can't help you, we might be able to find somebody who can. So give us a call. There's literally nothing to lose. We look forward to speaking with you soon, and thanks for watching.